She had to live that Scarface fantasy. Her heart beats as she loads bullets in the magazine. She had to live that Scarface fantasy. Was it fate or decision because she couldn't escape? She had to live that Scarface fantasy. Her heart beats as she loads bullets in the magazine. Was it fate or decision cause she couldn't escape? She had to live that Scarface fantasy. The way she walked the street described 1,000 words. She was so mean, but at the same time she was hurt. Her dreams were about to turn and go for the worst. Just a young teen trying to learn off the streets that would curse. She was so smart, fierce, big-hearted, furious. She felt like she was alone. Her little brother ran home. Her dad was an alcoholic and he was always stoned. She seen death young when she put her mom to rest. She did so much meth that her lungs collapsed in her chest. She had straight A's, best player in her team in basketball. She knew one day that she would have it all. Her brother would say, show the world you can play ball. Stand tall and reach up for the stars, or lose it all and hit the ground real hard. Her brother was her biggest fan of them all. A scout gave her a scar, says come play college ball. She had to live that Scarface fantasy. Her heart beats as she loads bullets in the magazine. She had to live that Scarface fantasy. Was it fate or decision because she couldn't escape? She had to live that Scarface fantasy. Her heart beats as she loads bullets in the magazine. Was it fate or decision cause she couldn't escape? She had to live that Scarface fantasy. Dad drunk himself to death and passed away. She was 18, didn't know how her bills would be paid. She knew her little brother would have to be sent away. But one day she was walking home from the park. The sky started to rain, a man came out of the dark. Says, you wanna make money? Let me give you a start. Sell this crack and I swear your money will stack. But make sure you come back and bring me 1% of the cash. It was like that as life turned from bad to worse. It was sad to see the Scarface fantasy curse emerge. Her dreams of being a basketball player has just turned from playing the ball game to being in the Hall of Fame. Her life would change to go into a bad lane. Well, she'll be in hell for an eternity to burn in flame. She was hustling block after block, started to make a buck. She was thinking to herself, this is just my luck. She had to live that Scarface fantasy. Her heart beats as she loads bullets in the magazine. She had to live that Scarface fantasy. Was it fate or decision because she couldn't escape? She had to live that Scarface fantasy. Her heart beats as she loads bullets in the magazine. Was it fate or decision cause she couldn't escape? She had to live that Scarface fantasy. She had A's, her A's returned to F's. Every day she left, she was missing a lot of school. She figured out it was not cool to miss school. Everything was going to shit, she was going to lose her scholarship. It was a couple of weeks she hasn't went to practice. She knew she was in trouble picking up bad habits. She was like, damn it, it's time for me to stop. She went to the park to look for the guy to have a talk. It was hard, but she says, ain't selling this drugs anymore, I'm done. Well, blood in, blood out, sorry hon. You ain't gonna sell this crack rockin' block. Watch out from these gunshots. She walked away and laughed. He said, watch your back. It's been a day since her brother came home until she heard the phone. They beat him to death while he bleeded and choked to death. Her whole world stopped. Her stomach went as swirls and knots. She was mentally all torn apart. Her heart was filled with a lot of darkness. She needed the spark. So she loaded up a clip and said, I'ma get this piece of shit. She didn't care. She could spend a life sentence as long as she went out there and got her vengeance. Was it fate? Because this wasn't her intention. She had to live that Scarface fantasy. Her heart beats as she loads bullets in the magazine. She had to live that Scarface fantasy. Was it fate or decision because she couldn't escape? She had to live that Scarface fantasy. Her heart beats as she loads bullets in the magazine. Was it fate or decision cause she couldn't escape? She had to live that Scarface fantasy.
Don Jarvis.